On another matter, health care. Next week, health insurance companies will begin to announce their initial proposed rates for 2019 in each state across the country. And when they do, every American should remember that President Trump and congressional Republicans have spent the past year and a half trying to sabotage our health care system in a way that could increase costs and decrease access to quality health care. It's true that last summer, the Senate Republican effort to repeal our current health care system and gut Medicaid, an effort that would have left tens of millions uninsured and raised costs on millions more, ended, thankfully for the American people, in failure. Despite that legislative failure, President Trump, his administration, and congressional Republicans have committed several other acts of sabotage, raising premiums and hurting health care, all, it seems to me, for a political vendetta. For a long time, the President refused to guarantee that the administration will honor the cost-sharing program, which reduces premiums and out-of-pocket expenses for low-income Americans. He eventually canceled payments for that program, causing major uncertainty and confusion in the markets. Then, Republicans repealed the health care coverage requirement as a part of their tax bill and put nothing in its place. The CBO projects that repealing the coverage requirement could cause rates to increase by as much as 10% and result in millions or more people without insurance. So if you can't get insurance, Mr. or Mrs. American, or if your premiums are going up, you'll know who caused it, the President and congressional Republicans, by sabotaging the law that a majority of Americans want to see stay on the books. And making things worse, earlier this week, the comment period ended for a proposed Trump administration rule that is perhaps the most radical sabotage of our health care system yet, a rule that would expand the availability of junk insurance plans. These junk insurance plans would force higher premiums on people with pre-existing conditions, impose an age tax on older Americans, and once again could subject Americans to the devastating effects of medical bankruptcy, which too many people go through now. Many plans might not cover essential services, like prescription drugs, maternity care, mental health services. Each of these actions, taken by President Trump and Republicans in Congress, will raise costs and reduce access. We are truly living under Trump care today, with no effort by the President or congressional Republicans to make it better. And unfortunately, starting next week, the American people could well see the devastating consequences of a year and a half of health care sabotage reflected in their 2019 rates.